Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys a video on Joe, which is called Trader Joe. This is a very interesting mid-cap cryptocurrency, which is a DEX based off the Avalanche ecosystem or Avalanche blockchain. And essentially, this will be the DEX for Avalanche, the main DEX for Avalanche, and it's super interesting stuff. If you're bullish on Avalanche, you're probably going to be bullish on Joe. So I'm going to be getting into the project. I'm going to be talking about it, sharing my thoughts and opinions on the project. But as always, guys, remember this video is not financial advice. Always do your own research before you invest your money. So let's talk about Avalanche for a second before we get into Joe. So Avalanche, for the people who don't know, for the people who've been sleeping under a rock, is ranked 16th out of all the cryptos. It's got a market cap around 6 billion, and it's a very well-known crypto. It's known for being fast, it's known for being secure, and also low in terms of its emissions, or it's good for the environment. So Avalanche obviously will have its own ecosystem, and it does have its own ecosystem. And these are some of the projects which are built off of Avalanche. So you've got projects like Anchor, projects like 1inch, and a fair plethora of different ranging projects, an array of different wide-ranging projects. So whether these are merely built off Avalanche or whether they are also built off Avalanche but also built off other networks is beyond the point. There's a lot of different projects which do integrate within the Avalanche blockchain. So you can clearly see the success of Avalanche, and you can clearly see that there's a lot of different projects utilizing their services. Now you can see already JoePegs, right? A native NFT marketplace on Avalanche. So you can already see that Trader Joe have a huge amount of things going on here, right? So whenever you go onto the Avalanche ecosystem, you can see the first thing that comes up is Trader Joe, a one-stop decentralized trading platform on Avalanche. So this is the main place that comes up, right? And Trader Joe has a plethora of different services in terms of DeFi that it offers. You can trade tokens, which I'm going to get into, provide liquidity, farm, stake, trade NFTs, and lend. So all of these things are all implemented within the Trader Joe platform, right? Which is also good to see. Now, whether you agree with NFTs or not, they're obviously something that's important to a blockchain. Ethereum have their NFTs. Ethereum's by far the biggest player in NFTs, right? Now, if Avalanche can compete with them, that gives them another, addition compared to some other blockchains which aren't necessarily getting involved in NFTs. But the main thing with Trader Joe, to me, seems to be their DEX, seems to be the place where you trade tokens, okay? And the reason for this is you use Avalanche and you can get potentially discounts through using Joe or Avalanche, right? Now, every single major blockchain out there has their own DEX, okay? BNB has PancakeSwap. Ethereum has Uniswap, right? Now, we're going to compare in size projects like Uniswap and projects like PancakeSwap to Trader Joe. I don't know why they all have such stupid names, by the way. Uniswap, Pancake, Joe, like what's with all these stupid names? But besides, we don't want to get caught up in such superfluous jargon. Uniswap. So this project here, this exchange, absolutely blew up in terms of market cap. So this one went all the way up to around 22 billion in market cap in the last bull run. So we can imagine this is going to go to 50 billion in the next bull run, maybe even more. Who knows, right? So if Uniswap is going to go to 50 billion, you can imagine one of Ethereum's competitors, Avalanche, maybe their DEX will go 10%. 10% of what Ethereum goes. I think that's fair, right? 10% of the market share of Ethereum goes to Avalanche. Maybe 5%. But if it was 10%, my projection would be anywhere between 2 to 5 billion in market cap for Trader Joe. Now, of course, that is a very ambitious target. If I was in this, I'd probably start looking to take some profits around 1 billion in market cap. But I think this could be this could be an easy 10x, right? Maybe a 20x, maybe even a 30x. I think if I'm talking in terms of ambitious, I'm looking at a 30x or higher. If I'm going conservative, I'm going for a 10x. So it all depends on your risk allocation, you know, how risk adverse you are or how much, of a risk taker you are. But when you compare it to its competition, Uniswap, PancakeSwap, it's very doable for Trader Joe to see some huge moves to the upside. Now, I'm not comparing Avalanche to BNB. I'm not comparing Avalanche to Ethereum. Of course, I still believe Ethereum and BNB are going to be bigger than Avalanche in the next bull run. But even if Avalanche is like 10% of the size, you could imagine Trader Joe to be a big success. So if you're bullish on Avalanche, if you think Avalanche is going to do well, then you're probably also bullish on Trader Joe because the two coincide, right? If Avalanche performs extraordinarily well, Avalanche is going to need a DEX to provide the DeFi solutions to Avalanche, right? People are going to want to trade the coins. People are going to want to provide liquidity. People are going to want to use NFTs. People are going to want to do staking, farming, all of this stuff. And to do all of that, they're going to need a DEX. They're not going to trust a centralized exchange to do that. They want a DEX. Now, the fact that Avalanche has an ecosystem which is growing fills me with a bit of confidence. It would be good to see a little bit more, but they've got 307 projects built on their ecosystem. So it's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. But look, Trader Joe for me could be a outperformer in terms of a DEX. These are my plays that I'm looking at in terms of decentralized exchanges. Trader Joe, PancakeSwap, Uniswap, and in terms of a more centralized exchange, I'm looking at LCX. I think LCX is going to do very well. So in terms of what it says here for Trader Joe, Trader Joe is the native token. Joe is the native token of Trader Joe, decentralized exchange on the Avalanche blockchain that offers DeFi services including swapping, staking, and yield farming. It's been growing rapidly, attracting $4 billion in total locked value. So that's quite good in itself that there's actually money locked over on Trader Joe. Joe claims to take a community-first approach and to prioritize innovation, speed, and safety, similar to what Avalanche actually aims to solve. So look, I'm just putting it out here. I think this project's going to perform well. They're going to be having NFTs involved. They're going to be having staking, yield farming, all of this different DeFi services all implemented within Joe. And I said it at the start and I'll say it again. If you believe Avalanche is going to perform, then Trader Joe is going to perform, right? They're going to go up together. And if Avalanche maybe goes up 10x in the next bull run, you can bet Trader Joe is going to do an even more exaggerated form of that. If Avalanche goes up 10x, Trader Joe will probably go up 30x. If Avalanche only goes up 5x, Trader Joe will probably only go up 10 to 15x. If Avalanche goes up 50x, then Trader Joe is going to go up 200x, right? It's going to be a more kind of exaggerated form of how Avalanche moves. If Avalanche doesn't do well in the next bull run, you can imagine this isn't going to do well. So the two will be very much linked. Now, one of the great things with Joe is you can buy it pretty much everywhere. That is testament to the technology, to the security behind Joe. If this was a crap coin, you wouldn't see it listed on Binance. So Binance have a very thorough and stringent process when it comes to adding projects, I believe. So that in itself is a good sign. And obviously you can buy it on Trader Joe if you swap USDC, USDTE, loads of different coins, right? Avalanche itself you can swap. USDT you can swap. Husky. There's loads of different coins that you can buy it with, right? Over on the Trader Joe exchange. Ethereum even, USDC, there's loads you can see for yourself. So this exchange looks cool. It looks good. I'm just putting it out there, guys. Maybe I'll buy it. And if you want to see if or when I buy this gem, the best place to be is over on my Patreon group. These guys get my buy alerts. They get my sell alerts. They get everything. Especially if you go for the VIP Plus tier. These guys get it through the VIP Telegram group, which is a very active community of like-minded investors who are all very, very serious about making money and making gains in crypto. So I do recommend this tier personally, but if you can't afford that, go for the elite tier. I think everyone here can afford the elite tier, and I think it will benefit a lot of you guys. You know, I understand a lot of you guys have ordinary jobs. You're committed to a 9 to 5, or you're committed to children, and you've got a life outside of crypto, right? You've got things to keep yourself occupied with. You're not like me where you just sit at a desk all day looking at crypto. So something that can actually allow you to save a lot of time in the research is to go and join a Patreon group like this, where you can see the research that I do. I put hours and hours and hours of research in, sometimes even 16 or 17 hours a day at my desk. So instead of you doing all that hard, grueling work, join my Patreon group. And when I'm dropping my buy alerts, when I'm dropping my new gems that I'm looking at, you can cut out all that research and see for yourself. Now, of course, these aren't financial advice alerts. It's up to you to go and do that bit of research yourself. But if you don't want to do the hundreds of hours of scrounging through absolute garbage, it's like a whole bin. It's like you're going to a waste site. You're going into a waste site, and everywhere is just complete waste. But under all of that waste, you find 1 or 2 gems, right? But you spent 100 hours trying to find the 2 gems, and the whole rest was just crap. That is what the crypto market is like. 99% of stuff is crap. And out of all of that crap, you will find a good gem within it. And quite often, people won't find the good projects. But over in my Patreon group, I am finding them. So make sure to hit that link and join the group. Thank you guys all for watching. Have a really great rest of your day. And I look forward to seeing everyone in my next video. Goodbye.